guys watch Game of Thrones, right? The show based on George R. R. Martin's books that follows many different characters all at once as they attempt to survive in a world of dragons, zombie things called White Walkers, and the most dangerous game of politics known to man.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win, or you die.
Yeah, I know it. Gee, thanks for the exposition. As I was saying, wanna know who the most Promethean character in the series is? Wait, hold up. What the heck is a Promethean character? Basically, it's someone who tries to reach godly proportions. They also have a few very specific traits, like they're inherently rebellious, unpredictable, ambitious, and are constantly seeking knowledge, glory, fame, or a place in history. They're also sometimes superhuman or especially gifted. Oh, so like Cersei Lannister. Actually, it's more like Petyr Baelish. You know, Littlefinger, one everyone hates. People hate Cersei, too. Nope, you're both wrong. It's actually Daenerys Targaryen, true heir to the Iron Throne. You're kidding, right? Everyone loves Daenerys. Yeah, well, everyone loves a total loose cannon who poses a big-time threat to Westeros. What's that supposed to mean? Think about it! Who's more ambitious than Daenerys? Cersei? Petyr? No one is. I mean, she pretty much wants to be queen of everything. She can't settle for Slaver's Bay or even all of the Dothraki. She needs to control Westeros too. I mean, the pure offense she took when Jon Snow wouldn't bend the knee was unmatched.
So I assume, my lord, you're here to bend the knee.
I am not.
No. Well, that is unfortunate.
She's not the only one who wants to be queen, though. Cersei was so obsessed with the throne that she forced a witch to tell her fortune just so she can make sure that she got it.
3 questions you get. You won't like the answers.
I've been promised to the prince. When will we marry?
You'll never wed the prince. You'll wed the king.
But I will be queen.
Oh, yes. You'll be queen.
Yeah, but she did that when she was just a kid. When she's older, all she cares about is keeping her loved ones alive.
There's really nothing you wouldn't do, is there?
For my family, no, nothing. I would do things for my family you couldn't imagine.
That's the only reason she's even playing the game. Also, you guys are both assuming that ambition means wanting the throne, but just look at Petyr. He started out with absolutely nothing and managed to connive his way into practically ruling the Vale.
My lord. My lord, I have always been faithful to House Arryn. To your father, to your mother, and now to you.
Do you believe him, Uncle Peter?
Lord Royce has served the Vale well. He's enjoyed a distinguished military career. If we could trust his absolute loyalty, he would make a capable commander in the wars to come.
You can trust my absolute loyalty, my lord.
I think he deserves one more chance. What do you say?
Fine.
And even after that, he's still trying to manipulate Sansa so that he can control the North too. Okay, but what about the inherently rebellious part? Pretty sure Daenerys is the only one trying to conquer Westeros and uprooting centuries-old traditions along the way. You want to talk about rebellious? Petyr killed the king! Isn't treason the highest form of rebellion out there? Yeah, but that move was calculated and wasn't even capable of being traced back to him. Hey, I never said he wasn't smart. In fact, that's his biggest Promethean trait, his constant thirst for knowledge. Wait, I thought that was Bran and Tyrion.
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Bran and Tyrion want knowledge in the traditional sense. Petyr's search is for knowledge on his enemies. He finds as much dirt as he can on someone and then uses it against them as soon as possible.
Prominent families often forget a simple truth. I've found.
And which truth is that?
Knowledge is power.
So Petyr knows a few things. A few things? Try enough to almost destroy the Starks! But one thing he doesn't have is unpredictability. She's got you there. It's pretty obvious that Littlefinger will betray anyone to get ahead.
I did warn you not to trust me.
Exactly. What isn't obvious is her killing the slave trader.
Kiloni pilos lue balei dolmio osinetas, ininini odrigatas, urnei lue dolire prijatas. Dracarys.
Oh, or her burning the Lannister men even after she was advised against it.
Your Grace. Nothing scrubs bold notions from a man's head like a few weeks in a dark cell.
I meant what I said. I'm not here to put men in chains. If that becomes an option, many will take it. I gave them a choice. They made it.
Your Grace, you stop beheading entire
I'm
families.
not beheading anyone.
Your Grace.
Lord Randall Tarly, Dickon Tarly. I, Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of my name, breaker of chains and mother of dragons, sentence you to die. Dracarys.
Guess you're right. That is pretty unpredictable. Not sure I like how calm you are about that. Almost as unpredictable as destroying the Sept of Baelor. Oh no. Cersei is the single most unpredictable character in the entire show. She killed her own husband, armed the Faith Militant, and literally blew up part of her own city! Yeah, Cersei isn't too big on foresight, is she? Of course not! She's too arrogant! Killing her husband and Ned Stark started a civil war. Ah yes, the War of Five Kings, where 5 men got together and died of their own stupidity. Arming the Faith Militant and accusing the Tyrells sparked a revenge plot that landed her in a torture cell, and the Big Kahuna blowing up the Septs of Baelor, specifically while her son's wife, the love of his life, was still inside, essentially taking away the only 2 things that really mattered to him, his wife and his faith, led to his suicide. She lost her entire family to her own stubbornness, lack of foresight, and arrogance. That's another thing. She's got to be the most arrogant character in the entire show. That's where you're wrong, bucko. If anyone's the most arrogant in the show, it's Baelish. Isn't the entire point of Petyr's backstory that he was aware of his place and worked his way up through the system? He learned his lesson, sure, but not until after he almost died trying to challenge someone way bigger, stronger, and more experienced than him to a duel. And even then he doesn't stop being arrogant. He just changes what he's arrogant about from his sword skills to his knowledge.
Fight every battle, everywhere, always, in your mind. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone is your friend. Every possible series of events is happening all at once. Live that way, and nothing will surprise you. Everything that happens will be something that you've seen before.
He was so sure that he knew everything about everyone that he died trying to separate the Starks. He couldn't even fathom the idea that Sansa might turn on him because he was so blinded by his own arrogance that he couldn't see her growing disdain towards him.
No need to seize the last word, Lord Baelish. I'll assume it was something clever.
He chose to disregard the one thing that the Starks were most famous for, their loyalty, because he thought his influence over her was stronger. In fact, his arrogance makes him easily one of the most dangerous characters in the show. No, the most dangerous is Daenerys. Sure, in terms of power, but even then the Night King is more dangerous than her. But it's not just her power which makes her dangerous, or even that she's arrogant. Her real danger lies in the fact that she is completely unaware of her own faults or mistakes. I don't know, she seemed pretty aware when that witch all but murdered Drogo.
Why don't you take a look at your Khal? Then you will see exactly what life is worth when all the rest has gone.
She learns a lesson, yes, but her lesson is that witches suck and nothing about how she trusts people way too easily. I mean, not even a year later, she almost loses her dragons in Karth because of that same overly trusting nature.
Where are they? Where are my dragons?
She firmly believes that she is the rightful ruler of Westeros and has embedded that attitude into her followers who are willing to die for her.
And what about you? You know that I'm taking you to war. You may go hungry, you may fall sick, you may be killed. Valar Morghulis. Yes, all men must die.
They say that the most dangerous man is the one who believes that what he is doing is right, and that is the perfect embodiment of Daenerys Targaryen. Oh, also, that whole supernatural powers thing, Dany has dragons. Doesn't get any more supernatural than that. Really? Not even the shape-shifting guy named no one? Who cares about supernatural powers? Cersei's power is that she destroys everything she touches. Petyr literally died of his own arrogance. Can you say Promethean fall? Dragons, guys! Dragons! Guys! Can we all just agree that they're all good examples of Promethean figures? Still think Daenerys is the most Promethean.